Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tony Talks. Wow, I cannot thank you enough for what you have been doing. It means a lot to us. Thank you for your likes, subscribes. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
Somebody like me, until recently, because of this case, I've been to give my flashlight on VDA. Okay, who is this person? When I see what has brought up. But what I want to bring out here is that if we really love, like I do, you really love VDM, like our kids as well. Because of love we have for them, we have to brutally honest by telling them the truth. Because this kind of a man, VDM, it's amazing to me. I've not this kind of man before, because what he believes is it's like what is what do I call it? Ideology to fight the in the society. So he has that passion, likes what liking to what Falana is even championing from his day in the university. But I would have loved then to have subjected that audio to people's analysis. After releasing it, without saying, he could have different himself, dishing it out and let people react. Like what Barrister have said. It shouldn't have been a pressurized position by the one earning it out and the one analyzing it as well. Because we'll have left it to people, the public opinion. Because Vano voice, neither Vaz voice, what's not heard on that. It's only this Bobrisky. I agree. No matter how age we are in life, small or big, we still need counsel, we still need opinion, counsel of people to say, I want to go about this. What is the legal implication about it? So, if you see the previous, the subsequent audio he heard, say allegedly, if he said that, nobody could have alarmed him because I have not accused anybody. You have not accused. It's not about Falana here. It's not equal of anybody. Falana can be sued. He can sue anybody. Anybody can be under the law. So what we are trying to say is that we are really helping. I love VDM because it's championing, it's a voice to so many voiceless, to so many people. So a lot of people are even tired of this country repeating the same thing. But somebody is coming to have that platform, to have that. So we could have said, okay, people look at this. So I put this for you. Your reaction. Let me see it on. Let me see it on the comment. So that will see it on the comment. So that will see it on the. Please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. My mic.
I think it's Marigo. I need to be sorry. Marigo, please send request again, then you can come up. I think something happened.
Marigo was echoing.
Yeah. So I think it's Marigo. So let's just go straight to I think
I was here. You took me. I think you took me down. Then
no, I never took you down, sir. It was the network. That's why I brought you back again. You can't be up in my box for me to bring you down. No, except like what happened just now. Then I can now bring you down just for you to come up again. You know.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's do it this way. While waiting for Mayegu, let me see. Maybe Mayegu is there again. No, Mayegu is not here. Mayegu is not in the request box here. Yeah. All right. Then let's go from there. Let's start from endless then, since you don't talk about that. So we'll carry on from like this, go up again.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, host. I want to approach the matter from two different angles. I share in the sentiment of barrister, the barrister that spoke the last time. I share a lot in his sentiment, and the sentiment is from the fact that he said VDM at the point should have apologized to Femi Falana SAN, and that is true. I want to believe he also has his lawyers, and his lawyers must have been advising him on what to do, you know. But I want us to understand something. VDM is a young guy. VDM is a new generation activist. And if you look at most activists, especially the radical ones, radicals do things in radical manners. They don't do it the way everybody wants it to go. They approach things in a radical manner. They don't respect your position. They don't want to know if you have been there or not. They don't want to know if you were they do things the way they feel is right. And most of the time, it may not be right, but they do things the way they feel it is right. And when you look at the likes of Mr. Femi Falana himself, that was how they were during their own time when they were young. And that is why a lot of people didn't share in their sentiments. When you look at the likes of Fela, Baba Fela, when Baba Fela was Fela, people didn't like him. Even some of our parents didn't like him. Is it his lifestyle? Is it the way he approach the way and manner he approaches his issues with the government? Fela doesn't have friends. Nobody believed in Fela's struggle until even after he died. That a lot of people started believing in him. The likes of Mr. Femi Falana should understand where I understand, because as a lawyer and as a seasoned lawyer, an activist himself, he should understand. But I understand where he's coming from by fighting his own case the way. But you should understand that the likes of Mr. Femi Falana have influence. They have influence. They have been. The longer you spend as a legal practitioner, the more the level of influence you have. The longer you spend as an executive, the more the number of influence you have as an executive. The longer you spend as a legislator. If you are a senator, a seasoned senator, you have more influence in the Senate. That is how it is. VDM is a radical. We should not expect him to handle it the way we feel he should handle it. And most of the time, radicals learn on the job. Look at the likes of Omoyele Sowore. Omoyele Sowore is like the most hated, what is it called? Activist today in Nigeria. Nobody even gives him chance when he talks. But who do we have in Nigeria today? The Nigeria of today, who do we have today that matches, that can fight the way Sowore is fighting for Nigeria today? Who? Yet he is the most hated. I could remember, I can use myself as an example. I could remember when I was appointed to serve in the Lagos State House of Assembly. I was even fighting for my own people. I know how I was labeled while fighting for them. I was fighting when the then governor was using the DPOs to take Okada, to collect Okada from people, Okada riders in Lagos State. You will buy new Okada, they will collect it from you, they will impound it on the spot. Where were you people when these people were buying it? And that was even the time we were giving our own people, we were buying Okada for them as some of the constituency projects, as part of the things we are giving back to them. We gave some of those people those Okadas. Then you came up with a policy that took effect almost immediately. And then the DPOs were not even collecting old Okadas. They were collecting brand new Okadas from those people. Then I started fighting them. Then do you know what happened to me? Some of our own people, the people that were even close to me, some of them were tagging along with some narratives that I had issues with the then DPO of my own constituency, that it was because at the time we had a fight in the club. That was why I was fighting him. He is my Egbon today, and we are still very close. He knows this story. But I fought it to the last. What I want everybody to understand is that, you see, when you have people that are fighting for a cause, yes, they may not be going about it the way you want it. They may not even be correct. But we need to give room for people, the likes of VDM, to thrive. He will learn on the job. The likes of Mr. Femi also learned on the job. Almost everybody, the likes of even the then seasoned lawyer, I just forgot his name. All of them land on the job. The job meaning by when they, in the course of fighting for the cause of the people, they will make mistakes and they will learn from their mistakes. If this case is dragged long enough, obviously he has his lawyers, obviously he has people that are also advising him. Maybe they may want to use the case to be popular themselves or not. But then Mr. Femi Falana is not somebody that cannot be challenged. Let them challenge him. Let them see to the end of the case itself. VDM will learn through the case. But most of the time, when you see people fighting a cause, people will label you something. There is no way. They will definitely label you whatever it is they want to label you. But why they themselves are not doing anything? They will look at them in their locality. They have contributed nothing to develop their locality. They are not contributing anything to their profession. They are not contributing anything in any way whatsoever. Once they see anybody doing something, they will label that person. Then the person becomes the devil. This case, for instance, our attention has been dragged away from the import of the case itself, which should be the corruption in the Nigeria Correctional Service. And now it has been dragged to VDM versus Falana, which shouldn't have been in the first place. At the end of the day, the most important issue in that case, nobody will visit it again. It is now VDM that we should castigate. Somebody mentioned the fact that VDM will bring things to the social media. Social media is the strength of VDM. VDM is not a lawyer. VDM is not a rich man. He is just a small boy that is using his own platform to do something. At least he is doing something. If somebody made mention of the fact that, maybe because Bobrisky is his enemy and all that. If Bobrisky has done the right thing, he wouldn't have had something to hold on Bobrisky. When I was fighting the police in my own locality, when I was having issues with them, none of them could pin anything on me because I had nothing. They looked for everything to use to pin on me. There was nothing, and I fought it to the end. Part of the things I used at the time when I was fighting the police too was the social media. Because that's sometimes when you push things to the social media, you see people come up with ideas, you see people come up with supports. He is just a young boy. He doesn't have political backing. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have any generational wealth anywhere. So he is only he's just a young boy using his own platform to do something. And I want to implore our people to sometimes put sentiments apart. We know he makes mistakes. In fact, sometimes because he's a young boy. Sometimes when he talks, I don't like the way he talks. But I don't need to like everything he does. That is the truth. But then he is trying to do something. And I want us to support people like, let us begin to give support to little people like that. That is why in Nigeria, activism is dead in Nigeria today. Activism is dead. Most of our then activists, the likes of Mr. Odumakin and his wife, and where are they now? Where are the new crop of activists that are cropping up? They are nowhere to be found, because once somebody tries to do something, it is still the same set of old activists that will tell the person to shut up, because it's their own turn now. It is their own turn. They are now the ones there benefiting from the system. You need to understand that by the time you fight the system to an extent, the system will allow you. Anything you want to do, the system will allow you, because they know you fight them. So they will allow certain things to fly. You cannot, Mr. Femi Falana is not infallible. He's not a saint. Because Mr. Femi Falana has fought the system in the past doesn't necessarily mean he's not part of the problem as of today. We know the rot that is happening in the legal system. We know the rot that is happening in the correctional center. We know the rot that is happening even in the Senate and the House of Rep. We know the level of rot that is everywhere. So Mr. Ben Falana cannot necessarily say it's not. We all know what is going on. If they were not involved, Bobrisky wouldn't have mentioned their name. And if he had done that, I think the attention shouldn't have been, we know if you want BDM to retract his message, that's aside. But they also have case to answer to. Why did he mention their name? They are not the only son, they are not the only legal this in the country. Why were their name mentioned? Why was their name mentioned? If the boy didn't know they could help him to procure all those things, or they are capable of helping him to get all those things, he wouldn't have contacted them. So sometimes when we look at things from just one angle, we should look at it from the other angle as well. So my own submission is that while some of us we still believe, the boy has made so much mistakes and everything, he's still growing. He will get there. He will learn by the time he has issues. Even the likes of Mr. Verydarkman has gone to jail before, sometimes for things they did wrongly. It is not everything they did in the past. It is not everybody they fought in the past that they did. It is not everything they did in the past that they did properly. They too did certain. So at certain times they have spoken certain words to certain people that is wrong too. So I expect him, being an activist in the past, being a radical person in the past, he needs to also understand that this is just a radical person. It is because he's radical, that is why he's looking, he can point fingers to anybody. That is a pure activist there. Maybe even if he's doing selective battle, he cannot fight every battle now. If everybody is saying, he's selecting his battles, who doesn't select battles? Everybody selects battles. If you feel that the battle is fighting, he's supposed to fight this one, you too fight that one that is not fighting. Let all of us be fighting battles. During COVID, I know how many battles. There was a time because of the people they unjustly arrested, I slept in Panti for 2 days for fighting for people they illegally arrested. How many lawyers were on the streets fighting for people that time? All the lawyers, all the legal practitioners in Nigeria today now know how to code the law. But when they were unjustly arresting people, putting them in police stations, they will pack 1,000 people, put them in one cell. They will say they are arresting them for COVID. Meanwhile, you are packing everybody together that time. How many of these lawyers came out to say what they were doing wrong? Was wrong. So for me, let us just, where we give credit to this, we give blames to this. Let us also give blame to this and give credits to this. That's my submission. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Mr. Endless. And let me go to Mr. Shakespeare photograph, please. Thank you, Mr. Endless. I still look for that person. No?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Can I go ahead?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. I think everyone has spoken rightly, and I think we all mean well. Me alone. We all mean well for Nigeria. But firstly, I think every situation in Nigeria at the moment is pointing to 2027 presidential election for us to take note. But unfortunately, we are not crossing our T and dotting the I's. That we have a choice to make now before 2027 general presidential election. What PDP did to Nigeria, I think they go for front. Just for how many years? Look at what APC is doing. But let us leave party and all of that. I'm going to make reference to what somebody said earlier, that VDM should have written a petition concerning the correctional centers and irregularities and all of that. And the question I want to ask everyone here is, the petition Mohbad wrote, what was the outcome? At least Mohbad wrote petition now about how his life was being threatened. What was the outcome? And it's so unfortunate that we are not being careful with our future. Rather, we are paying attention to the present. By now, I think everybody should begin to look at how do we want the future of Nigeria to look like, and we should be able to tailor our narrative towards that. There is a situation at hand that someone that is meant to go to prison did not go to prison. But we have a lot of innocent people lying in that same prison that someone who has been sentenced to go to that prison did not go to. And my own is, how long are we going to continue with that? If we all could come together to fight this cause, I think Nigeria will be a great country. But the fact that we feel some people are above the law, but in as much as that guy keeps saying allegedly, and I feel, in my own opinion, if even taken to court, allegedly, he never said they did this. He never said Falano did this or this, or was, he wasn't pointing accusing fingers of doing it. And I mean, that choice of word is very, very important, even if they take him to law court. If the people that are meant to uphold the law are the ones breaking it, then I'm afraid what we are seeing now is just pre to what will come after general election, when these people come for second term. It is an indication that our lives are not rated. They are not fighting for people who are innocently arrested. People protested in Nigeria. They were arrested and sentenced to prison. This same our president gathered people during Jonathan at Ojota. Some things we do, sometimes we don't remember the future. If we feel some people are untouchable in Nigeria, then so will it continue to be. If we feel some people are not answerable to certain things, like somebody said, why is it that it is only their name that was mentioned? If Bobrisky had gone to prison, we wouldn't have heard about this now. So why do we continue to, encourage irregularities about things that are not right in Nigeria? And I used to say it, the day they continue to rate us, they will make lives to be very, very important. Me, I used to say this example, people are hungry. President carry money, go buy plane. What are we talking about?